Yields back. Chair recognizes Mr. Lynch from Massachusetts.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to be clear that fraud is unacceptable at any level. However, I did have an opportunity to spend the day with a bunch of my kids in my district at my local Head Start Center in Quincy and the Wahlberg Center. And they actually are able to feed those kids breakfast, lunch, and a snack for $6 a day. And I just want to say from this committee, this investigative committee, if we're really looking for fraud, if we're truly looking for fraud, in addition to all the cases that Mr. Ballou listed, we don't need to go far. I can even suggest the address, 1600 Pennsylvania Ave. If we're looking for fraud in this country, that's a great place to start. That's a gold mine for looking for fraud. And I'll just give one example. You know, you don't have to go back in time very far to see a great example of the fraud that's been put upon this country. Last month, President Trump put his name on the John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts. For those of you who are too young to remember, JFK was a war hero from my state. He was an Irish Catholic, first Catholic elected president. Fought a lot of bigotry during his time trying to become president. He actually stood up to the Russians. But he was a war hero, a decorated war hero. He's the only United States president who ever have received the Purple Heart. He also received the Medal of Valor from the Navy and the Marine Corps, because during World War II, he was commanding a PT boat, PT 109. His vessel was struck by a destroyer in the South Pacific. And he actually risked his life to save his crew members. And after he was assassinated, LBJ, Lyndon Baines Johnson, his successor, and the United States Congress at that time recognized his service and sacrifice to this country by naming the Performing Arts Center after him. He had raised most of the money to build that center, he and Jacqueline Kennedy. And it is shameful. It is a case of stolen valor for this president to put his name above the name of John F. Kennedy. That is a fraud being perpetrated on this country right now.